Unbiased Trades here, and today we're going to be going over my July trading recap. This month, there was actually quite a lot of positives to the month. I'm very happy I didn't blow up. There was some crazy stuff going on this month, and to be honest, I'm quite happy I was already semi-stepped away from trading at the moment. But let's get into it, and then we can talk more about specifics. So this is how the calendar looks. I've just put in all like, hey, I'm not trading huge size. I don't try and make out I do, but I think this is just a better method for me anyway. I want to see R. I don't want to see money. I just want to see trades. I don't want to see don't want to focus on P&L. And this is kind of my way of trying to do that. But we can see like I had a lot of green days, but you can also see there was a lot of days I didn't trade. Like pretty much everywhere. So this has definitely been the theme for the summer. I just don't trade many days. I really try and be patient, and I also try, if I have some kind of project on the day, if I have something I want to complete, I just don't trade. I just don't even look at the screens. I just work on that project, and if I have time, then maybe I will look, but most of the time I don't. I try and not to. And then days I do have free time or whatever, then I'm looking and I'm gonna see if there's anything, and then I try and keep it very short. Like most trades I had this month was, yeah, 3 trades in a day, and that was the highest amount. Every other day is 1 or 2, and that's pretty much it. Um, Only 2 red days. I think the 28th was potentially red, or I think it was like break even after fees. So overall it's okay. Like the red days weren't too bad. Mainly like I left a bit of slippage on them and stuff. So not amazing, but overall not too upset about those, and they weren't on terrible setups. It was just mainly bad execution on my part. Overall for the month, it's about 14.74 R, and that's after fees. So it will add up something different here because it's trade sync, but after fees it's like 14.74. So still good. I'm definitely not upset. Now here's the key stats. So you can see my profit ratio was 2.2, at least on TraderSync. It's a bit different on my Excel sheet because of fees and everything. I think it's more about 1.8, so 1.8, 1.7, which is more standard with my line of profit ratio most of the time. Now, total trades was 20, 14 winners and 6 losers. Not bad. I'm quite happy with it. It's surprisingly amount of trades. I didn't think there would be that much, but the market really heated up for a bit. Return percentage, so we got a 70% win rate. This is really good for me. Normally I aim for 70%, but normally I'm a bit under 62, 64. But very happy with this. Like it's pretty much perfect. Biggest profit was great, 22%. Very happy with that. There was one really big play this month. I actually have forgotten the ticker. I barely look at my journal at the moment. But yeah, no, that was one really good play. And then Big Slew was 8.51%. I do remember having semi-big stop on that. So, these are going to be a bit skewed because of percentages, but yeah. And then for people that look at average return in percentages, I only look at R, but if you're interested, you can see them here. Mainly what I try and focus on is my hold time. My hold time last month wasn't amazing. I think my average hold time was only maybe half of my winners hold time, or maybe even a bit more. So it wasn't perfect, but this month, man, like obviously I only had 2 red days, but 14 minutes, that's flipping amazing. I think that mainly is because the trades this month that really they ran quite quickly. It wasn't a lot of consolidation or anything. They kind of just broke highs and boom, major trade invalid. But then the ones I did have, I held quite a long time. Still not holding really until end of day. I am holding to my kind of target prices, or based on stats. If I think it can go lower, then maybe I'll hold it. But in this kind of reclaim market cycle we're in right now, I really don't try and hold anything that long. So definitely, a bit of discretion there, but it seems to be going okay for now. The positive, so great hold time improvements. Very happy with that. That was a really big thing for me. Great patience for setups. I don't think this month I had a single trade that wasn't a setup. I definitely had bad execution where I didn't execute them well, but I don't think I took a single non-setup trade, so very happy with that, to be honest. Knowing when to stay away, this was a big one really for this month. Some days were luck. Like I don't think I even noticed HKD when it first ran. So some of those things were just luck. But other times I knew HKD when I was looking at the chart, I was like, that's not a normal chart. There's no way I'm going to trade that. And then the locate fees were crazy anyway a couple days after, so there's just no way, I'm not paying attention to that. Then there were a couple other ones that I just wasn't a huge fan of. And I tried to just keep it very simple. If I was kind of on the bench about something, I was like, it's summer, you're not trading with big size. There's no point pushing it. Just relax, don't take anything, and try and work on something else. And that's what I've been doing. Trying to remember one trade doesn't define me. Like this more goes in the way of that. I don't want to think like, if I don't take this HKD trade, I'm not a good trader or something. Like I just need to try and remember one trade doesn't make really any difference unless obviously you're oversizing or something like that, or not sticking on to your stop. But in the case of trying to make money, it doesn't make a difference. You just need to think of long term, and really coding has really helped in that. I have heard people in videos saying, when you try and code strategies, it makes you more think long term. But damn, like it definitely has helped. I still feel the same emotions, to be honest. I haven't made a huge progress in like not feeling them really. Like maybe I can control them a bit more, like FOMO and stuff like that. But still, sometimes I'll catch myself and I'll be like, damn, that was you oversized by a bit there. Like that wasn't good. And then I need to readjust or whatever after those days. Made lots of progress in other projects. Yeah, like my stock bot and the Gappers code, made tons of progress in that. It took a while to do, but I added a fundamental command to the stock bot, that you can find that link in the description. And then I also completed the Gappers code for anyone interested in pulling historical Gappers easily, and you can just copy the code and do it yourself. So yeah, very happy with the projects that I completed this month. Also been working on a future strategy, so that's been going okay. Still some stuff I need to work out there, but definitely been making good progress this month on coding anyway. And then keeping sizing consistent. Yeah, overall this month I didn't have, like, I had slippage. Sometimes I held a bit too long, but apart from that, the sizing was decently consistent this month. Quite happy with that. I think from top of my head, about two trades were oversized, and that was about it. Normally for me, that's my big Achilles heel. I like to oversize. It's not a good tendency, and because my win rate normally is quite good, I normally get away with it, and then I'll get slapped in the face, and I'll take a huge loss, and it's just that's my thing I need to work on. But at least for this month, it's going better with that. Negative. Missed some very good opportunities. Yep, definitely some days I took off, and some very good plays happened, and I just didn't take it at all. So that's definitely one bad thing about not being super in sync with the market, and not spending every day just looking at charts. But I think the pros and cons kind of outweigh themselves. But this is definitely something I need to be aware of. Could potentially be getting too distracted. I have been feeling sometimes I'm focusing too much on just coding projects and not on actual trading stuff. But most of the time my coding projects do kind of in line with trading stuff. So like my new project is I want to make a market cycle kind of, not indicator, but like a alert, so that it could be like, oh, with this model we could be getting a hot market cycle. So I don't know, like tune your system or think that things could run more. So that's kind of my new project. But sometimes I do think I'm getting too distracted, but I think overall most of the time they link, so I'm not too upset about that. Had extreme FOMO some days. Yeah, like HKD. That was another play. I think it was SIGA, I think. I think there was another one as well of those that gave me a bit of FOMO, I'm not gonna lie. And especially just some of the longs. Like some of the longs could have been crazy this month. They're just insane plays. And overall it was okay. But yeah, had a lot of late entries. This was a very common theme. I think it was because I wasn't that focused. So sometimes I would miss my entry by a bit, or I would be trying to tell myself to be patient, and then I would be too patient and let the perfect entry go past me, and then I'll be on a late entry. Luckily, because I do now use wider stops, not 100% or 30% stops, but I definitely use wider, 10 to 20% max, pretty much. Um, but yeah, the that's has been a consequence of not being as focused. But that's it for my July trading recap. There'll be one coming in August. August is, as you've seen, is very hot as well. And overall, happy with this month's performance. If you're interested in the stock bot, link in the description. And if you're interested in pulling historical gappers, just message me on Twitter or Discord or on YouTube, and I can help you with that. So thank you very much.